I would like to know your personal opinion about when in our lives there's some signs that they seem like coincidences, but it can be something more. It can be like a sign for something good or for something bad. But should we actually give that importance to those signs that sometimes seem silly, but they might not be?
All these signals come from the divine. Sometime signal comes and they give you the message, but we are not able to hear those messages. That's why we cannot catch them. But there is always message in those signals, and those messages are given by divine. I have seen sometime traveling far away from one country to other country. Sitting in the car, sometimes some vision comes, and that connects somebody's life somewhere, sitting in other country. That person is not here. I am in other country. The other person is 10,000 miles away in other country. The moment some signal comes, right away, we cannot make a phone call to that person, be aware, be careful that this is going to happen. What we do right there, get the signal, close the eyes, and right away pray for that person. That person should not face what we have seen in the vision. And it happens also to that person also sometimes. Right away that person also feels through telepathic way or whatever divine ways. And he also gets the message. Sometimes people who are clearer to that voice, they get it. People who are not closer to that voice, they don't get it. But definitely these signs have some message for you, message for us. And that's why you need meditation. The saints who sit in the caves and the mountains, and those saints sitting there, nothing is available there, no technology, nothing. But being there also, we think they are away from the world, doing nothing for the world, and maybe their life is useful to people or not, they are only for themselves. People think sometimes, but I have seen when I was in the jungle, even they are in the mountains sitting there, I could see their vision and their power to interpret that vision and to save those people sitting there. Even they cannot fly there, but they fly. They cannot be there, but they go. We think it's just coincidence sometimes, but believe me, it's all a divine plan of the Lord gives you the signals. What we should do, we should try to understand those signals, those signs, and take seriously and follow in our lives. To get those signals very clearly, meditation is the best technique. Because more you are into it, more you become deeper and deeper, you go deep down, and these signs and signals become more clearer to you. But they have definitely meanings for us.
Our expectations are usually very high, and that is one of the main reasons why we get so disappointed sometimes. I know past is history and future is mystery, but how can we control or try to avoid for those expectations not to be that big or even grow more, so that we can learn how to live one day at a time?
Number one, expectations are the main cause of our frustration. Because we expect, and we expect from somebody else, and they have to fulfill those expectations. It's like my mind and somebody else's body should work according to my mind. That other person should become a vehicle of my expectations, to translate my expectations and desires. And this always creates a unhappiness, because other person is not only a couch, you just are a seat or a sofa that you make it sit in the corner and that will stay. They have their own expectations also. They have their own way of thinking. So they also expect, I expect that they should be in my frame, this way. And they also think you should be in their frame. So there is a clash. So number one, expectations always creates frustration. Always. Expectation is the mother of frustration. Right away the clash is there. So to me, what I have learned and teach people since I was in the jungle and now, less expectations, more happiness, more peace. When your expectations are too high and they are not fulfilled, you get depressed. Either you learn, expect to be high, no problem. But then at the same time, learn another quality also. Expectation only is bad when it doesn't happen, then we are broken. But with that expectation, spirituality says, have one more quality. What is that quality? Acceptance. Acceptance. Expectations, okay, have it. First is, as less you have is better for you. More expectations are going to create trouble, always. But you have to expect, no problem. Sky is the limit. Go ahead. How many expectations you want. But with that, if you want to be happy, you want to be in peace, with the expectations, you have an acceptance. It happens, great. If it doesn't happen, accept the will of the Lord. Then accept, thy will be done. I accept it. But our problem is we accept the thy will also. But when we are defeated, when we are not successful, then say, yeah, I know that it happens, whatever God's will is man proposes, God disposes. We say that. But when we are lost, when we are just a Gona case, but spirituality says, no, don't start there. There's an ending point. You will become more frustrated and depressed and tense. It will cause you more worries. They say start with this, expectations plus acceptance. Then expectations will not be bad. And expectations for yourself always create trouble. But expectations to serve others, desires to serve others, to help others, that will bring more happiness to you. For yourself, less expectations, less desire. For others, have more and more desires, even God helps to fulfill those desires.